Tuesday. September 24th, what's up? It's Victor Will Moanin'. I don't know what my deal is, but I've been a little bit manic on social media recently. I don't know, just feeling a little bit feisty. So I've thrown some dumb posts out there, and amazingly, not too many people getting mad at me, so that's good. You know? I don't intend to antagonize, but sometimes I end up doing that. I made a post a few days ago about rock radio programming, trying to encourage programmers to get weird. Mentioned that, at one point we were playing Olivia Rodrigo and Lorna Shore in regular rotation at the same time. And was just saying, I'm pretty sure I'm the only rock programmer who would do something like that, and encouraged people to get weird. Then one guy got mad at me. He's like, I don't care if Lorna Shore teamed up with Olivia Rodrigo on a song. I was, no. Lorna Shore did not bring a pop artist into the mix on one of their songs. I was making a point about getting weird and unexpected with the playlist. And then, he got mad that we were playing Olivia Rodrigo, but not that big a deal. Then yesterday, still feeling feisty, I decided to post about Charlotte's Web. I saw this post making the rounds about Banned Books Week. We talked about Banned Books Week yesterday. They do this every year, libraries nationwide and booksellers and such, to draw attention to books that have been banned in certain areas. And Charlotte's Web is one of the many books that has come under book bans here in the U.S. And a couple guys started arguing with me about that. That's not true. I'm like, Google it. I actually posted the link to Google search where you can see all of the different pages talking about when Charlotte's Web has been banned. I believe in places like Kansas, Florida. It might sound crazy, but that's one of the books out there that some people have found problematic for children. Like yesterday, we talked about Where the Wild Things Are, and Hop on Pop, and Where the Sidewalk Ends. That's one thing with me. Like, before I post something on social, if it's something like this, I'm going to Google and see if it's true. That's one of the main problems with social media is people will see something, they have a gut reaction, and they just share it immediately. And a lot of times it turns out to be incorrect. I actually commented on someone else's post a few days ago, and they told me it was AI, or somebody in the comments was like, this is AI. I'm like, Google it? Google this? Here's the link. No, that is true. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean that it's AI. All right? This is real. So again, if more people just took a little bit of time to do a little bit of research, we could really cut down on misinformation on social media. All it takes is a quick Google, and you can generally find the truth of the matter. All right? What else did I post yesterday? Oh, yeah, I went real wild. Got real wild in. Because I've talked about how the Electoral College in our presidential election kind of sucks. Because it basically leaves our presidential elections down to a handful of states being the only ones that really matter. Those swing states. And that's why all of the political candidates are only campaigning in those states. Like Michigan, Pennsylvania, Arizona. Those are the only places you see them. Election after election. And you would think in 2024, that would have made people realize, hey, maybe this isn't the best way to do things. Because I think it would encourage more people to get out and vote if they actually, felt more like their votes matter. And that's why I've talked about before how no matter what state you live in, you should get out and vote. Because just because Boy, I said because a lot there. Just because the state you live in tends to always lean in one political direction doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. If you're on the other side of things, getting out and voting is the way you make, long-term change happen. All right? So anyway, I was talking about how swing states are the only places that political candidates go campaign. And then I tagged all 4 of the candidates in the presidential election, Trump, Harris, Waltz, and Vance, and was like, all right, let's see if you give a crap about Idaho. Come on my radio show. I doubt anyone checks all of the tags on these particular figures' Facebook pages. But just letting everybody know, I'd be happy to have any of them on the show, and it would probably be the most fun political interview you've ever heard. Because it would be me just doing my normal thing. Be a good time. I doubt any of them will ever appear on the show. But that'd be funny if one of them reached out, one of their teams. Hey, we heard you want to chat. All right. I would be very stoked to have, a presidential candidate on the show. That might get us a little bit of YouTube action. All about that growth and reach. So anyway, feel free to send messages to the political teams and let them know they're wanted on the Victor Wilt Show. So, yeah, looking back at my post, I wasn't that wild, but, did get into a little bit of touchy subject with a few people. But again, I did some research before I post these things. Looked into making sure what I was posting was accurate. So please try to do that yourself for the good of humanity. And hello, welcome to the program. It's the Victor Wilt Show. It is Tuesday. That's nice. It's not Monday. Hope you're feeling good. All right, what do we got going on? Holidays right around the corner, huh? Lots of holiday news for some reason here. I already see people talking about Christmas stuff. I don't know about this one, the Costco whiskey advent calendar. I mean, I guess if it's like a shot a day, that's not too bad. 1/5 every day till Christmas. Not recommended. All right? No way to roll into the holiday season. You're going to upset your family. Let's talk about holidays that are a little bit closer. That sound like a good idea? Like, how about Oktoberfest? I don't know if that's really a holiday, but it's a celebration. It's festive. And we've got our own Oktoberfest going down here in East Idaho. Where's my notes on this? What happened here? My folders are all messed up. This is what I get for thinking I can just wing it. Why on earth? There we go. I mean, I know it's going down this Saturday. I just need the specific details here. Oktoberfest going down this Saturday at Broadway Plaza. I couldn't think of the name of that place. I mean, it's that big open area right next to Smokin' Fins in Idaho Falls. This Saturday, 3 to 7 p.m., Oktoberfest 2024, brought to you by the Idaho Falls Downtown Development Corporation. Going to have live music from Two Bald Guys and Cold Hard Whiskey, and all ages are welcome. So there will be food and such, but for you adults, plenty of brews to try from. So if you're into beer, get out to Oktoberfest 2024 going down this Saturday. Again, at Broadway Plaza, right next to Smokin' Fins in downtown Idaho Falls. Should be a lot of fun. All right. We're officially rolling. All of my cables are detangled. It's not as messy in here anymore as it was when I first walked in. So I'm feeling a little bit better about things. Now I just got to play catch up on the things I didn't get done yesterday. But I'll try to find content to share with you in the meantime. Back in a second. Well, my phone's apparently listening to me. Earlier I was talking about, people spreading misinformation online and how you should do a little bit of research before sharing things. They may or may not be true. Article pops up talking about how people don't believe when they see fact-checking online. It actually makes them believe the incorrect information even more. I shouldn't be surprised. You're not going to tell me what to think? The thing about websites that will post little fact checks, like, hey, this is disputed information, they'll link to the truth. I don't know what's going on in the world today. People just don't want to be told what to do, I think is what it ultimately comes down to. You know? You try to tell them to think a certain way. Like, hey, this information is not accurate. You ain't gonna tell me how my brain works. I don't have a lot more to say because I already said it earlier. Just, try to dig in a little bit. If you see something that seems a little bit unbelievable, sometimes it is true. Sometimes it isn't. Just do a little bit of looking around. And not in the comments on Facebook, okay? I see misinformation in comments on Facebook from people who are very confident all the time. Like the Life in Idaho Falls Facebook group. You'll see all kinds of things relating to Idaho law. As someone who's hosted traffic school for 10 years, I'm very well versed in Idaho traffic law. I know lots of stuff. And I'll see just blatant false information. I could jump in there and be like, I talk to a cop every Friday. That's not true. People will still fight with you about it. You could then go link to the pages in the Idaho Driver's Manual or at idaho.gov. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take anymore to just get people to accept reality. You don't have to anymore, apparently. Anyway, yeah. Online fact checking. Don't let it make you mad. Just maybe use it to think a little bit. It's gonna be okay. Starting to see a lot of memes pop up about gas prices. Do people just block out history? I really wonder. Because as far as I recall, like every election year, the gas prices seem to go down right before the election. Now, part of this is because you're heading into winter. Every winter, the gas prices come down a little bit. But I pulled up a little graph here showing gas price history. Because right now we're seeing, remember how much gas was 4 years ago? Remember? Well, what about 4 years before that? Let's find out. Yeah, it looks like every election year, the gas prices seem to just plummet a little bit. 2016, coming out of, was that President Obama? Really low gas prices, floating around like $2.15 a gallon. Jump 4 years ahead, coming out of the Trump presidency. Gas prices sitting at about $2.17. Right now, they're starting to drop again. This is just how it goes, people. It doesn't matter which side's in power. These things just happen. So, again, you gotta look back at history and you gotta do a little Googling. I didn't intend to talk so much about fact-checking this morning, but I think being in an election year and as the election is approaching, we're just gonna start seeing crazier and crazier stuff pop up. Now, gas prices not like that crazy, but those same memes right now talking about how things 4 years ago, you could have used the same thing back in 2020. So, yeah, I don't think that the gas price argument holds much weight. All right, just based on looking at the facts here, looking at the graph of the pricing. And, I mean, geez, up until, what about 2008? I mean, gas prices were like half what they are now. Just, that's inflation. I mean, I remember when I first started driving, gas being under $1. That's how old I am. It didn't last very long. That would have been a good, I don't know, let's say I'm 42. I don't know, a good 25 years ago or something. I think I started driving when I was about 15. I remember paying less than $1. It was great. That $4 stuff, that ain't so fantastic. Please let the typical election year thing happen and gas prices plummet, because I would love to take a road trip and I just can't afford it in my truck. So, yeah, I hope the election is swaying gas prices. Bring it on. I don't care the meaning behind it. Just save me some money. All right. Already 7 o'clock? Holy cow. I've accomplished a whole lot of nothing. But I guess I'm giving you a show. So I'll try to find something that isn't in this realm of stuff. It's just that's my entire Facebook feed. Yesterday was a rough show, too. It's all politics. And I try to not dive into it because I don't want to make people mad or something. You know, you say something in a wrong way, use slightly incorrect wording, and people get crazy. But, yeah, I just want to let you know, for the last 2 elections, it's the same story with the gas prices. So don't let that one get you too nutty. And be happy that they're dropping. Sure, if it's because it's an election year, all right. Anything to save some dough. Hi, it's Victor Wilt, and I want to talk to you about scary stuff. Haunted attractions. That's right, Scream Tones are back thanks to our friends at No Limit Guitar Company. If you hear the scream tone played, which it should be obvious, it sounds all scary. We've played it for years, and then Jade at the end of it says, "Call now." If you hear that thing, you're going to want to be caller number 13, and you can score tickets to a place like the Haunted Mill in Teton or the Lost Souls attractions in Shelley. All you got to do, be caller number 13 if you hear a scream tone played. And we've got so much fun planned for the month of October with our friends at No Limit Guitar Company. It's going to be awesome. Can't give away all the surprises yet, but lots of tickets to haunted attractions and lots of really cool swag that we're going to be hooking up. Plus, K-Bear's Rockin' Halloween is kicking off very soon. That's right, a couple Halloween tracks every hour. Thanks to our friends at No Limit Guitar Company, that's happening soon. So be ready. We have a lot of fun around here. More fun than any other rock station during the Halloween season. So listen for scream tones, keep your ears open for other surprises, and get ready to celebrate with us and my homies at No Limit Guitar Company the entire month. I stumble across some weird articles sometimes, like this one. We've got the alpaca haircut teenage boys and young men are obsessed with, explained. How do you explain a haircut? Can you tell I didn't read the article? I mean, come on here. All right, let's see how they explain the haircut. Oh, they actually go into the technical details of it. This is known as a textured fringe. It's a lot of volume on top. That means the texture of the hair. Right? They're really like literally explaining the haircut. And I've never heard of this as the alpaca look. I thought it was the broccoli cut, you know? Going for that broccoli head. Hey, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? I've had some dumb haircuts in my day. Not saying that if you have broccoli head, you have a dumb haircut, okay? I'm just saying I've had dumb haircuts in my day. So I'm no one to judge anybody's hairstyle. You do whatever you want with your hair. It's your hair. And if the broccoli alpaca look is, you know, what you're feeling, that's just fine. But I can't believe somebody got paid to write this article. It's fairly long enough. And they literally broke down the technical details of this haircut. They literally explained it. All you have to say is, it looked like broccoli. There have to be some young pop stars or something that are driving the trend. Let's see. Oh, they're blaming it on Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, as well as internet celebrities Jake Paul and pop megastar Bad Bunny. There you go. That's how you explain it. Somebody popular has the haircut. Other people are going to get it. So, I guess it's Morgan Wallen to blame for the return of the mullet, right? All right. Well, I can't grow hair. Yeah, I just shave my head. I could do the horseshoe, but I'm not going to go for that look. That is just... Actually, I've kind of got it going on right now. I need to shave my head. This article's making me feel a little bit self-conscious. I'd take broccoli head over what I've currently got going. Time to bust out the razor. What on earth are you doing here, Peaches? It's early.
Woke up at 6. Was well rested for the first time in a long time. And I got ready. Realized it was only 7 a.m. So I'm like, you know what? Let me put waffles in the toaster. Ate those this morning. Still about 7:20. I'm like, okay, I'll just go now.
Man, you're more motivated than me. I would have been, I don't know, firing up YouTube and sitting on my recliner.
I fire up YouTube way too much already. I don't need to do more YouTube.
I know. It's become like my go-to. I don't know when this happened, but now, first thing I fire up if I'm going to sit down and watch something on the TV, it's YouTube every time.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe it's a little bit easier to find something that's quick to watch than like, okay, I'm going to find a movie.
I was talking about it on the show yesterday. Do you see that one of the last remaining DVD stores in Britain is now popular again because of the Gen Z crowd wanting to get DVDs, physical media?
Interesting.
And so this one kid brought up the fact, he was like, well, I'd much rather watch a movie that I pick out myself and actually can hold in my hand versus scrolling endlessly on Netflix.
I guess I'm indifferent. I don't really care. I posted a thing the other day on social about, back in the day, swapping the videos at Blockbuster.
I saw that.
Jack Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there is something nostalgic in my head when it comes to video stores. Because, when I was a kid, I'd ride my bicycle to Blockbuster or Great American Video, pick up some movies and video games. But man, the convenience of just being able to sit at my TV and fire up whatever, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't got a lot of time, Peaches. I'm a very busy man.
Oh yeah, you are. Sure.
Very busy man.
You fill your schedule up with all these like house chores.
Yes.
And then you say you're a busy guy, like you have meetings with executives or something.
Last night was mow the yard and edge the yard.
And then call the lady and be like, "Hey, what do you want to watch tonight?" I'm a very busy guy, Peaches.
Well, by the time I waited till it was almost dark out to mow my lawn, even though it was a pretty nice day, not too hot.
Oh yeah, the fall feeling's in the air.
Yeah, it's right now we're at our perfect temperature. It's just great. Floating around 70, very nice. If only it lasted. You never know this time of year. I'm not trying to curse anything here, but tomorrow we could get pummeled with snow for all I know.
You already said the S word. We already got snow in Utah.
Yeah, I've seen a few places.
Colorado as well.
Sucks. I just got to hope that we have a fairly mild winter.
Well, according to your favorite, the Farmer's Almanac, we're supposed to have a wet, more so hot winter.
Yeah, that's what they say. Which, okay, I hope so. Last winter wasn't too bad, other than when we had that really heavy... You remember the snowstorm that prevented us from going to Beartooth?
You act like I forget that.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm asking if you remember. Oh, I know. You were like overly cranky.
Oh, yeah, because it's like you guys flaked out of the show, and then I'm like, okay, now if I want to go, I would have to go by myself again.
Yeah. I wasn't going to drive in that crap. It was terrible. It took me, I don't remember how long to get my driveway cleared off. Like, it was a nightmare. I gave up on the back deck. I did a little tiny path on the side of the hot tub and was like, forget it. Because I'm breaking my back. Stuff was heavy duty. So, yeah, no way. No way I'd drive 5-hour drive to Salt Lake and that crap. No, not for Beartooth. It would have to be like, what band would have to be playing for me to risk death and spend 5 hours on the freeway?
But see, you already met Caleb in Vegas. You've already got the chance to hang out with him.
But even if I hadn't met him, and even if I hadn't seen him live,
that was my opportunity to do so. I was actually a whole lot happier when I got the email that Caleb couldn't do it.
Yeah, they canceled your interview anyway.
Yeah.
Because he was had COVID or something.
No, he was on vocal rest.
Yeah.
Not everything is COVID, Victor.
They said he was sick. They said he was sick. They said he was sick.
The liberal mindset.
They said he was sick. Most of the time, if people are sick nowadays, it seems like that's what it is.
You just assume.
Yeah, I am assuming.
It could be anything.
Otherwise, why wouldn't they want him around other people?
Because if you're sick with like the flu, you also are contagious. Fever is contagious.
Yeah. But also, I don't think that the flu is as common as the Rona.
Oh, the flu is way more common.
No.
Rona is like essentially a flu, the two.
Oh, jeez. It's just a flu.
Yeah. If you're sick, oh well.
But, yeah. So, anyhow, yeah, it wouldn't have been worth it to me to see Beartooth. It would have to be like one of the top tier, my favorite bands to spend 5 to 6 hours each direction on the freeway. Because we would have been traveling at like 40 miles an hour all the way to Salt Lake. Would have sucked, dude. If you've ever made that kind of a drive in the winter, it's terrible. And it's scary. You're white knuckling it. By the time you get there, you're exhausted because of the stress level. Not worth it. I don't think I'd even do that for Tool. I don't think I'd do it for Tool.
You just said your all-time favorite bands.
I know. But I thought about it again. 6 hours in the snow? Potentially wreck? Nah. If you've ever been stuck on the side of the road because you've gone off the road in that kind of weather, you won't ever want to do it again. It sucks. It's cold. It's wet. It's miserable. You got to wait for like cops and stuff to show up. Then it becomes an 8-hour drive. No go. No go. So hopefully we end up having a mild winter. Because then we can go to lots of shows. There's a lot of good ones coming up.
I'm sure we will. Is it like this? We're giving away tickets to a show in December, so
yeah,
listeners will have to embark on the journey.
Exactly.
I'm going to put that in the fill-out form. Do not wuss out. Make sure you show up to this if you win tickets.
Don't risk your life to go to a show, people. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Well, if you don't go, you'll feel the Peaches pressure and be blacklisted from any other future contest.
Whatever, Peach. If you really wanted to go, you could have gone. You could have driven yourself. So
see, I'm a selfish dude.
That goes to show
all I wanted was the interview.
I know. See, and I don't care about interviews anymore.
I wanted to meet the guy.
I've interviewed and met so many bands. I don't care. It would have to be like, again, back to top tier. If I was interviewing Tool,
Foo Fighters, before the cheating,
I'd still interview Dave Grohl. You know, he's a lousy husband.
He's not going to do interviews now. We missed our opportunity to do so. There's no
I bet he
way.
Because nobody's going to ask him about that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I can imagine Adam from Boise doing that exact thing. I can imagine Ryan Seacrest potentially doing that same thing. I can imagine so many radio DJs asking him, hey, how does it feel to be a cheater?
I guarantee that if they lined up the interviews, that would be something they tell people beforehand. Don't bring up blank. Yeah. I mean, that's happened with me before. I interviewed somebody from Five Finger Death Punch, and there was some kind of drama at the time. They're like, don't talk about this, please.
Well, I know you said something about Volbeat, too. Like, I said, hey, go ask Michael what happened to Rob. And you were like, I was told not to ask about Rob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Publicists.
What did Howard Stern used to do, Victor? He would get those questions he wasn't supposed to ask, and he would ask them.
Yeah. Howard Stern was also broadcasting from New York City. Yeah, making millions of dollars.
Well, how do you think he got there?
How do I
start there?
Yeah, he made it there pretty fast, though. He
went through years of living in Detroit, and
he started in big markets, though, and it was different times. I can't risk destroying our relationships with record labels to make one cheap jab in an interview. You know, it's
who knows? Maybe you could get the next viral story.
Well, that's why I'm
trying to... What if Dave Grohl broke down crying on the interview? Huh?
See, I've got a plan for it, how to get the next viral story, but... don't
tell me. Just keep that secret.
Well, I kind of started it on Facebook last night. I invited every presidential candidate onto my show.
I saw that post.
Yes. I mean, none of them are obviously going to take that up because they only care about the swing states.
Oh, I would laugh so hard if for some reason, like, Donald Trump's like representative hit you up and said, "Yeah,
do it.
He's down to
get
come
him
on the show."
Zoom.
That would be the best conversation. I'd be planted outside this window watching the entire thing.
Let's get him on Zoom. Because, with I ain't worried about ruining my reputation with politicians. I ain't worried about, they don't help us get, meet and greets for listeners and cool prizes like that.
We could be the first radio station to do a meet and greet with Donald Trump.
Oh, jeez. I don't think that they're lining up
the Trumpster.
I don't think they're lining up meet and greets with those folks. Everything's gotten way too sketchy. They're all hiding behind glass boxes. And
yeah, if it's one of those
like
meet and greets, I'm just gonna leave. I hate those things. If you meet some celebrity and they're behind that stupid plexiglass.
Yeah, that's the new thing, man.
It's the dumbest thing ever. If I showed up to Fan X and saw all that, I would demand my money back.
But why? You're still getting to meet them.
No. It's the why would
you need to be able to smell them, Peaches?
Why would I want plexiglass?
What does she smell like?
Yeah, I'm not that person.
Well, who cares if there's a piece of glass between you? You're still meeting
I do care because it's a stupid photo. Look at those people that meet celebrities behind the glass. They're leaning on the glass like next to the celebrity. It's a dumb thing.
I mean, meet and greets in general, paying for them is, to me, back to interviewing, meeting celebrities. I just don't care.
Okay, Lou Brutus Jr., we get it.
Yeah.
I've met them all.
I've met tons. I just don't care. It would have to be someone really exciting. I can't imagine me paying to meet somebody. Like, is there anybody on earth I would pay to meet? Not even Stephen King, my favorite author. I wouldn't pay to meet him.
It'd
no
have
way.
to be AC/DC for me.
How much would you pay?
Oh, I wouldn't pay that much. They're my dad's favorite band, so be like, hey, Dad, here's your opportunity. Go pay that money and go meet them.
Because you know how a meet and greet works. It's not like you go hang out.
Oh, that's what I tell people all the time.
You get up, hi, you mean a lot to me, and you take a picture.
The Dodger meet and greet was awful. It was boot camp almost. One line, no touching. No eye contact.
That's how most meet and greets are, And
then I showed up at the back of the line with that radio pass, and they're like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" Shook my hand.
Yeah, they're always a little bit nicer to us.
Signed the guitar for us to give away to a listener. So.
Generally, bands are nice during the meet and greet. Just me, like, I don't care. I
wish I recorded their tour manager. He had a fun accent. His name was Sheep. And he was like, "Here's Peaches," and just me around the corner.
Yeah, there are very few artists anymore that I even care to meet. Like. That I'd be super excited
Devin Townsend?
to meet. I've met Devin Townsend. I've interviewed him multiple times. So, yeah, I don't care.
Met him in person?
I've met him in person.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've met him in person a couple times. Adam Jones from Tool, maybe. I would like to meet Maynard.
The guys in Mastodon?
I think I've met a couple of them. Jack Black, I'd like to meet him.
I feel like your top two would be Dave Grohl and Jack Black. Oh,
no.
Also Spencer Charnas. How about him to talk horror with?
I'd like to meet him, but, if not. I mean, I think Dave Grohl and Jack Black would be the funnest to hang out with.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think if I could meet anybody, that would be a good to Peach their own question today, Peaches. If you could meet any celebrity or musician, who would it be? Because I'd have to really think about it. Maybe Stephen King. I think Stephen King or maybe Clive Barker.
Jack Ketchum?
He's dead.
It's easy to meet him. You don't have to pay.
I can visit his grave.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Freak news powered by Grease Monkey, voted Idaho's best oil change. All right. Let's dig in. Would you go up into space in a balloon? I myself, I don't know about that. After that whole submarine thing with the Titanic, I'm going to wait this one out for a while. As exciting it would be to travel to the edge of space, I just don't trust new technology well enough. Again, submarine implosion. Doesn't sound great to me. Balloon up in the sky. Ugh. I mean, it looks really cool, this luxury balloon. But it's also a little bit out of my budget. $125,000 to get yourself a seat to cruise up to the edge of space in this balloon. Yeah. Good luck, folks. Good luck, folks. We'll wait this one out. Maybe after they've done a few thousand runs and the price goes down considerably. If I had 125 grand to blow on something stupid, I don't think it would be a balloon trip. All right, what else do we have here? If Brad Pitt reaches out to you online, saying he needs money and is in love with you and stuff like that, it's a scam, people, okay? I'm not even going to dig into this article. But a couple people scammed by fake Brad Pitt. They're out hundreds of thousands of dollars. Brad Pitt has money, okay? He doesn't need it. I'm pretty sure Brad Pitt is doing all right in the financial realm. If extremely wealthy person hits you up asking for money, tell him to kick rocks, all right? Even if you really like him and find him really attractive. Oh, here we go. Here's something else you could blow a bunch of money on, aside from a balloon to space. $35 million. Got a house in Connecticut with a go-kart track. Sold. You know, I don't care about all the other stuff. The waterfront, the boats, vineyard, orchards, gardens. No, go-kart track. Yeah. Can you imagine having a go-kart track at your house? That would be fun for like 3 days. And then, like anything else you have, you'd get sick of it. Yeah. Wow, $35 million. Crazy the kind of money some people have. Well, if you have 100 grand, you could buy a Cybertruck and get yelled at and flipped off by people as you drive around. Apparently, Cybertruck owners getting sick of people flipping them off as they drive down the road. Now, I think that the Cybertruck, how do I want to go about saying this here? Like, it is a silly vehicle. I do personally find Elon Musk to have become insufferably annoying. Like, for a guy who used to just inspire, he is such a turd nowadays. He's so annoying. So cringe. But I drove a Cybertruck and I thought it was pretty fun and pretty cool. And no matter what kind of vehicle you drive, you shouldn't get hassled by other people. All right? I've seen people publicly shame Cybertruck drivers locally. Take pictures of their cars, post them. Look at this idiot. All right. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean you need to shame somebody publicly. Okay? You don't know who's driving said Cybertruck. Probably a very nice person. The people who brought their Cybertruck by to let me drive it, very nice folks. Don't just flip people off because you don't like their ride, okay? Try to be a nice human being. Anyway, what else? Anything? I suppose I could save the rest, like raccoon parasites and toys from the 90s making a return. Yeah, we can dig into more of this throughout the program. Freak News, powered by Grease Monkey, voted Idaho's best oil change. Be a good human being, people. Come on. If you've got raccoons dropping dookie all over your yard, be very careful when picking it up. I was just reading about a raccoon parasite that's infected a couple people in LA. Yeah. Causes severe, frequently fatal infections of the eyes, organs, and central nervous system. Those who survive often left with severe neurological outcomes like blindness, paralysis, loss of coordination, seizures, cognitive impairments, and brain atrophy. Parasites in raccoon poo. Jeez. Now, they say that humans can get infected if they inadvertently eat soil or other material that has been contaminated with egg-laden dookie. How do you accidentally eat soil? Wash your veggies, kids. Jeez, you're out, playing Survivor Man in the woods. I know that these plants are perfectly edible. I read it in a manual. Wash it. You need you're picking random plants out in the woods. You better be packing soap with you or something. Oh, who knows what you could pick up out in the woods. Raccoon parasite. you imagine you end up blinded because you accidentally ate dirt that had some raccoon dookie infected with parasites in it? Okay, I know it's gross at breakfast time. I'm sorry. This is in the news. I saw a guy on Facebook just the other day saying, I got to get myself a raccoon. Well, you be careful, buddy. You be careful. Ugh. What? You're supposed... Okay, hold on. I didn't see this part. If you suspect you have an outdoor raccoon latrine on your property, douse the area in boiling water or get a propane torch, a personal flamethrower, and burn the latrine site. If you see raccoon dookie, you need to light it on fire. Oh, jeez. Just what the teenagers need to hear. Don't do this. We're in the middle of still potentially dangerous fire season. If anything, take the boiling water out. Yeah. Oh, this is funny. For indoor latrines, the CDC advises not to use fire. Raccoons moving into your house. Do you have a raccoon parasite-infested latrine up in your attic? Don't use a flamethrower on it. And if you're going to use boiling water, I guess make sure the people on the floor below are not right underneath, because that would suck. Hey, you want to do something good for the community? Of course you do. We're all about helping people out, right? Well, there is a benefit concert going down on the 26th, which would be Thursday night. This is the Idaho Falls Rescue Mission benefit concert featuring Jason Gray. Peaches is in the process of making a post about this on our socials, but you can go to idahofallsarts.org if you want to get some information and look at picking up some tickets to the show. In Idaho Falls, the homeless population less visible, often living in cars or near neighborhoods and businesses, and these are our neighbors, coworkers, classmates. These are people in our community, most from the local area. And, every day, the Idaho Falls Rescue Mission, serves an average of about 260 people, with 80 to 100 staying in their shelters each night. So as the community grows and the cost of living rises, the challenges of hunger and homelessness are increasing, so they're looking to raise more funds to continue providing essential services for people in our community who are really in need. So by attending the show, you get some live music, and you also get to support the Idaho Falls Rescue Mission. Again, go to idahofallsarts.org. The show is the Idaho Falls Rescue Mission benefit concert featuring Jason Gray, going down Thursday night at the Colonial Theater. Tickets begin at as cheap as $15. So, your small bit of assistance will go a long ways in helping out people in our community. Again, check our socials or hit up idahofallsarts.org. Congrats again to our winner, Rich from Idaho Falls, scoring some tickets to a haunted attraction. Make sure you're listening for those scream tones so you can win free tickets to a haunted attraction. We got some great ones around here, and we're hooking those up all throughout the month of October, thanks to No Limit Guitar Company. So make sure you're listening for scream tones, and stay tuned for more ways to pick up haunted attraction tickets, as well as lots of other fun things that we've got coming up. We'll be announcing soon. I enjoy checking out the Boomers Being Fools subreddit. Some of the things that our older friends end up sharing on social media nowadays, you just wonder, are they trolling, or do they really believe these AI posts and things like that? I don't know. I mean, you don't tend to hear of boomers trolling often, but it could be a thing. Trolls come in all ages. Anyway, I saw this post online, and it's just another fine example of it. Don't just believe everything you read online. This sounds like a terrible idea. Somebody posted, I grew up in the country around farms, used to cut my feet all the time. Dad told me to run through the cow pasture with open cow patties. Next thing you know, that cut was healed up twice as fast. The manure does something, it cleans. Dirt does something, it cleans it up. Yes, sometimes it's just a saying, but many, many years ago it worked. We don't plan on keeping it dirty forever. Just run through the manure, it gets in, cleans it out, runs through water, washes it off, cleans it up. My feet are great today. Cuts healed up twice as fast, and we're not allergic to every little freaking speck of dust that comes along. All right, did you hear my story earlier about raccoon feces and the parasites in it that are blinding and killing people? Okay, I don't care if it's a cow, a dog, a cat, a raccoon, elephant. If you have open wounds, do not try to clean them in this manner, okay? Please have a little bit of faith in modern medicine and science. There are bad things in Dookie that can make you very, very sick. Oh, it's so gross. Poor kid. It's probably a true story, because people used to believe some really stupid things. I better not hear of people out in Shelley, accidentally step on a nail. And no, I'm not going to go get a tetanus shot. I'm not going to the doctor. I'm taking a run through the field. We got cow pies everywhere. I'm going to heal myself up the old-fashioned way. I mean, I guess you could. But it seems like a really bad idea. This is one of the worst ways to clean up a wound I've ever read. Actually, have I read of a worse one than cow pie cleansing? I don't think I've heard of a worse way to deal with a wound. But again, I mean, I read that verbatim. I wasn't like fumbling and stumbling like I do often enough. I read that verbatim and didn't make any errors, okay? When somebody struggles to put together a sentence, that's also another decent reason to maybe not believe what they wrote on social media. He had 2 commas after the word cleans, multiple spaces before dirt does something, it cleans it up, ? Please, people. Do not clean your wounds with the poo. Thank you again for tuning in to the Victor Welch Show. This program's a production of River. Why can't I say that?
No,
God.
I have to say Riverbend Media Group.
Riverbend Media Group. This program's a production of God. This program's a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.